Good morning. Today in our reading, we're going to be in Genesis chapter 10, 11, and 12. Genesis chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tiras, and the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, Togarmah, and the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided into lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush began Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one in the earth. And he was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. And after the land went forth Asher, and builded Nineveh, and the city of Rehoboth, and Calah. And Rezed went between Nineveh and Calah, and the same is a great city. And Mizraim begat Ludim, and Anamim, and Lehabim, and Naphtuhim, and Pathrasim, and Casluhim, of whom came Philistim, and Kapporim. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusite, and Amorite, and the Girgasite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hapmanite. And afterwards were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon. And thou comest to Gerar and to Gaza, as thou goest into Sodom and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zebulun, even unto Lasha. And these are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in the countries, and in their nations. Unto Shem also, the father of all children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, and the elder, even to him were children born. And the children of Shem, Elam, and Asher, and Arphaxad, and Lux, and Aram. And the children of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mas. And Arphaxad begat Selah, and Selah begat Eber, and unto Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almadad, and Sheleph, and Hazarmaveth, and Jerar, and Hadaram, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Obah, and Abiel, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. And the dwelling was from Misha, as thou goest unto Sephir, a mount of the east. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, and their lands, after their nation. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. Genesis chapter 11. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. And they said, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach into heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years and begat sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 35 years and begat Salah. And Arphaxad lived after he begat Salah 403 years and begat sons and daughters. And Salah lived 30 years and begat Eber. And Salah lived after he begat Eber 403 years and begat sons and daughters. And Eber lived 430 years and begat Peleg. And Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years and begat sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begat Reu. And Peleg lived after he begat Reu 209 years and begat sons and daughters. And Reu lived 230 years and begat Serug. And Reu lived after he begat Serug 207 years and begat sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and begat Nahor. And Serug lived after he begat Nahor 200 years and begat sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years and begat Terah. And Nahor lived after he begat Terah 119 years and begat sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of the nativity in the Ur of the Chaldees. And Abraham and Nabor took them wives, and the name of Abraham's wife was Sarah, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Ishcah. But Sarah was barren, she had no child. And Terah took Abraham his son, and Lot the son of Haran his son's son, and Sarah his daughter-in-law, and his son Abram's wife, and they went forth with them unto the Ur of Chaldees, to go into the land of Canaan, and they came unto Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Haran were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Genesis chapter 12. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless him that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abraham departed, and the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went out with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. And Abram took Sarah his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go in the land of Canaan, and to the land of Canaan they came. And Abram passed to the land unto the place of Shechem, and to the plain of Moreh, and the Canaanite was then in the land. And the Lord appeared unto Abram and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto the Lord who appeared unto him. And he removed from thence unto a mountain of east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Hai on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abraham journeyed going still toward the south. And there was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down into Egypt to sojourn there. For the famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near into Egypt, that he said unto Sarah his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me. But they will save thee alive. So I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well for me for thy sake, that thus my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that when Abraham was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. The princesses of Pharaoh saw her and commended her before Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. And he entreated Abram well for her sake, and he had sheep and oxen, asses, men servant, maid servant, she asses, and camels. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarah, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done to me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Why sayest thou, She is my sister, so that I may have taken her to be my wife? Now therefore, behold thy wife, take her, and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning them, that they send him away, and his wife, and all that he had.